Hello, dear students. Welcome to DM's classes to learn the fundamentals of English grammar. Myself, Damodar Mahanti, retired reader in English. Okay. Now, to begin with, today I have selected one of the most important grammatical items, that is parts of speech. What is that? Parts of speech. Now, most often when asked, students define nouns, pronouns, adjectives, verbs, etc. But in particular, what they meant by parts of speech, no answer ever comes. Now, in today's class, I will tell you what is the meaning of parts of speech. Now, to start with, we speak different sentences. Sometimes we pass comments, pass remarks, ask questions, give orders, and express our surprise or wonder. Now, these are the different speeches, different sentences we use almost daily. Now, in these sentences, whether a question or a command or a statement, we use different words, and these different words are the component parts. These different words coming together, used together, make a sentence. Now, parts of speech is that part, that word of a sentence which comes under the classification of noun, pronoun, verb, etc. As such, parts of speech, the different components, the different words comprising a sentence is called parts of speech. Now, here I have drawn a tree diagram to facilitate you what are the different types of words, different parts of speech that come together, that are used in different types of sentences. Now, here we have the number 1 noun, number 2 pronoun, number 3 adjective, number 4 verb, number 5 adverb, number 6 preposition, number 7 conjunction, and the last one, number 8 interjection. Now, these are the different words, different parts of speeches, different classifications of words which we usually make use of in different types of sentences. Now, before going to further details, let me request you to subscribe to my channel so that you will be able to learn the different items of grammar more thoroughly, with examples, with exercises, and also the different prose pieces, poems, stories, etc. prescribed for +2 first year and second year students. Now, subscribe to my channel. Now, come to the first item, that is noun. What is a noun? What is a noun? And when asked, most of my students told me defined noun. In what way? A noun is a naming word, alright? No denying about it. A noun is a naming word, but after that they could not tell me what they meant by a naming word. A naming word is a name which stands for the name of a person, name of a place, name of a commodity, name of a condition, name of a quality, name of a collection, so on and so forth. Now, these are called nouns. For example, we say Gopal. That means Gopal is the name of a male person. Name of a person, exact name of a person. So, it is called proper noun. We say Sita, name of a woman, name of a girl. Exact name of a person, proper noun, proper name, exact name, proper noun. Sometimes we say about different items, different articles, different commodities. For example, we say book, we say rice, we say dal, etc. Names of different stuffs, different items, different commodities, different materials. We also say about honesty, simplicity, etc. The quality, the condition or the state of a person or a thing. We say a herd, mob, crowd, etc. Collection of things, collection of persons, collection of animals, etc. Now, in this way, we can find at least 6 types of nouns. At least 6 types of nouns: proper noun, common noun, material noun, abstract noun, collective noun, and we have also verbal nouns. Verbal nouns, nouns derived from verbs. Verbal nouns, there are 2 types. Now, come to the second one. For further details, more elaborate discussions on noun, their uses, their classifications, etc., their functions, we have the more and more episodes. Now come to the pronoun. Pronoun, noun substitute. The word which can be used in the place of a noun, which is an alternative of a noun, which can avoid the repetition of a noun, that is called pronoun. And it is of different kinds. We have the personal pronouns, we have the reflexive pronouns, we have the demonstrative pronouns, we have the distributive pronouns, so on and so forth. Different types of pronouns. And these nouns and these pronouns, the alternative words for nouns, they have also their gender, they have also their number, they are countable and uncountable. Several things to know about these nouns and pronouns. Next, come to adjective. Very simple. I am telling you the basic thing, the fundamental thing, and for thorough studies, deeper studies, elaborate studies, you have to subscribe to my channel. Now, adjective. Adjective is a describing word. Adjective is that word which qualifies a noun or noun equivalent. A noun or noun equivalent is described, qualified by the word called adjective. Now, it adds something to the noun, to the pronoun, etc. And this adjective also is of different types of adjectives. We have the demonstrative adjective, we have the possessive adjective, we have the numeral adjective, different types, qualitative adjectives, quantitative adjectives, distributive adjectives. Different types of adjectives are there, and they have also 2 different types of uses: the attributive use and the predicative use. They have 2 different uses. They have different uses, different types, and again, apart from the main divisions, We have also the adjective of nationality, adjective of a condition, adjective of a quality, adjective of a color, etc., etc. It is a vast course. Parts of speech is a very, very vast course covering all the different items starting from noun 1 to interjection 8. Now, we cannot cover up all these items in a single class. Now, come to verb. What is a verb? Now, verb, remember, the most important word in a sentence, most important word. We can make sentences without using a noun, without using a pronoun, without using adjectives, but making sentences without verb is almost impossible. I am talking about the prose sentences where no verb, no noun is used, no subject, nothing is used. I am not talking about that prose sentence. Now, verb is the most important word. How can you define it? It denotes action. It tells us about some work. Now, you see, a human being cannot survive without doing work for a single minute, single second. Very strange. When we speak of work, usually comes to our minds the work of a laborer, the work of a teacher, the work of a doctor, an actor, so on and so forth. And there are some works which are done, which cannot be visualized, which cannot be seen. Almost every second we are doing work, and when we stop working, we stop living. We cease to live. For example, we say pulsating, we say breathing, we say digesting, we say reading, we say thinking, we say digging. We have three different types of works. Some physical work, some oral verbal work, and some mental works. And there are some also reflexive actions, involuntary actions, which are performed without even our knowledge. Okay, we sleep, that is also a work. Now, this verb, the most important word in a sentence, and it denotes some work of any kind. It is of different types. We have the transitive verb, we have the intransitive verb, we have the verb of incomplete predication, we have the finite verb, we have the non-finite verb. Different types. We have the regular verb, we have the irregular verb. Different types of verbs are there. Different types. And we use the different forms of a verb in the different tense forms. We have to learn a lot about this verb, the most important word. Now, come to the next one, that is adverb. Next one, that is adverb. An adverb is a word, is a part of a speech which adds something to the meaning of a verb, which modifies a verb, which modifies another adverb, which modifies, qualifies an adjective, and also sometimes we find sentence qualifying adverbs used at the beginning of a sentence, modify the whole sentence. And this adverb is basically of three types. We can subdivide it into further sub parts, subdivisions, but basically we have three types of adverbs. We have the interrogative adverbs, we have the relative adverbs, we have the simple adverbs. Three different types. Thereafter we can say about adverb place, adverb time, adverb frequency, adverb quantity, intensification, so on and so forth. Different types. We can subdivide them. Okay. Now, up to this point, we discussed in this class, and in the next episode, we'll discuss about the remaining three: preposition, conjunction, and interjection, giving one example which will cover all your 8 parts of speech. Only one example will suffice. Will tell you